So, that was the concert. Nice, mate. Pretty good. It's about time to start the video, so I need to get to a save point, but there's probably going to be a lot of dialogue after this. But I'll cut the video down some with all that boss fighting stuff earlier. Hope everyone's leaving. Oh, we got a bonfire. Nice. Okay, we all look exhausted.
I'm exhausted. I'm hungry.
Same.
I can't feel my feet.
Same. Kidding. After work, yes.
I guess that qualifies as a success then, right?
Well, the crowd sure seemed pretty enthusiastic. As if I had the mental energy to care about what the crowd thought.
I suppose that's the difference between professional musicians and amateurs like us.
I don't think you guys need to worry. We did just fine.
I'll say, the audience's reaction to our encore piece was even better than I'd hoped for.
I guess your plan paid off then.
Sorry.
Okay, I didn't even do anything. I'm sorry a lot. You guys are?
Oh, it's you.
Honestly, this is what bothers me so much about this class. I know you're tired. We're all tired. But that doesn't excuse this level of indolence.
What concern is it of yours?
At least you could let us bask in the afterglow of our performance before the moment fades.
Still, I gotta hand it to you guys. You really pulled out all the stops for that operetta.
It was really something. You could take that act to the theater and perform to a sold-out crowd.
Great casting, too. Paris fit her role to a T.
I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really enjoyed it.
You did? Well, I can't say I'm surprised, though. Given the raw level of talent on display, who'd expect anything less than perfection? Wait, are you mocking me?
No.
If you're all languid and moping around, how do you think we feel? Show a little dignity at least.
Huh?
What are you going on about?
Aha, we did it, didn't we?
Oh. Pulling that third song out of nowhere is hardly what I'd call fair play.
Haha.
You even had me singing along. I can't even consider our little wager still valid after that. Good day.
Patrick.
What was that all about?
I'm not even sure. It didn't seem like he came here just to thumb his nose at us.
It was his way of saying congratulations.
Congrats, everyone! You did it!
That's basically what he said. But in a much weirder way. Oh, yep, Angie's with him too.
Huh? What brings you all here?
Is something wrong?
You guys are so worn down, you totally forgot, didn't you?
Remember a certain little poll where festival attendees get to vote on their favorite attraction? Well, the results are in.
Oh, now that you mention it.
We were so busy, I completely forgot about that.
So wait, did we...
They just finished counting up all the votes from the students and the visitors. Good numbers all around, but classes 1 and 7 were the clear favorites.
No surprise there either.
And this year's winner, with 1,512 votes,
Holy crap.
is Class 7's concert.
Oh,
Huh. Congrats, guys.
Well, at least that's over.
Aw, come on, is that it? That's all the enthusiasm you can muster?
Well, after seeing all the other attractions for myself, I feel almost as proud of the other classes as I do us.
For what it's worth, my brother and Charles seem to have had a great time.
Mishy Panic was an unsung gem.
Now that it's over, it feels a little unsportsmanlike for us to be the only ones boasting about our achievements.
I'm with Machias on that one.
Agreed. If anything, seeing everyone having a good time feels like a victory for the whole academy.
Yep, every student should feel proud about these last 2 days.
anyway, I'm here to shake you dust potatoes out of your listless post-festival comas. Or have you forgotten that we still have the after-party to enjoy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Literally took the words out of my mouth.
I totally forgot.
It's a tradition to close out the festival with a big party for the students, their friends, and their families.
There's gonna be bonfires, right? And dancing?
Well, don't just sit there. Everyone's waiting for you.
All the bonfires are set up too, so just make your way over whenever you're ready.
Okay, I think we can muster up the energy for one last event today. What do you say we head on over and enjoy the party?
Right. Woo! Party time!
She already has energy. She got it all back so fast. Save again. And continue, because, you know, honestly, I think this may just finish off the game.
Oh.
Oh, Mother and Grandfather are still here.
My dad, too. And my brother, though I can't imagine why.
Who are the suitors? I don't know.
Elliot, Crow. I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for us.
You mean for the concert?
What brought that on? You got so serious there, I was getting kind of scared.
It's just that our performance today never would have been possible without the two of you guiding it along. I wanted to make sure that you knew how much I appreciate you doing that.
Damn, man. Is making people feel awkward a hobby of yours or something?
Aw, it's no big deal. Besides, it was a real team effort. Everyone played a part. I mean look
true.
At you. You were a fountain of good advice through this whole thing. And honestly, I should be the one thanking everyone.
Huh?
You all helped me rediscover just how much music means to me. Because it's not just about performing by myself. It's about performing together, playing off each other's strengths to make something wonderful. So
I agree.
should be the one thanking you. This never would have happened if I didn't come to this academy.
Elliot.
Holy hell, are you guys trying to see who can make me cringe the hardest?
Elliot, my boy! Your father's arms are ready and waiting for you to leap into them!
Oh, I love his dad.
Does he always have to say that stuff so loudly? Sorry, I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, later.
And he's gone.
This year's festival's been a blast. I'm kind of hoping we can do the same thing next year, too. Though, who knows if Class 7 is even going to exist next year. Crow?
Oh, yeah. Generally, people stay in the same class from their first day to their graduation, but Class 7's basically one giant exception to everything the school's ever done, so who knows?
I guess that has its pluses and its minuses. But no matter what, it's not going to be the same. We won't have you.
If I manage to graduate, at least.
True.
Barring any nasty surprises, I'll be in Class 7 till the end of the month. Which means our time as classmates is almost up.
Now that you mention it, yeah. We'll have to see if we can throw you a farewell party around the end of the month then. Can't let you off easy.
Come on, it's no big deal. Trust me, you're still gonna see more than enough of me next year. Sure, I'll have moved out of the dorms, but I'll be sure to stop by once a week to steal some of Sharon's cooking.
You better. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to have to call you Mr. Armbrust or anything after you graduate, am I? I mean, we've spent so much time together that treating you like a proper adult just wouldn't feel right.
Of course not. And if I ever catch you calling me Mr. Armbrust again, I'm gonna smack you. Oh, yeah. Guess it's about time I gave you this back.
What is 30 mirror from like years ago?
Isn't this... I completely forgot about it. You've done so much for me since then. Saving Elise, helping with the concert. Compared to all that, 50 Mira is nothing.
The feeling's mutual. Besides, I never return the mirror that I borrow. Makes that coin extra special. So go on, take it.
He's such a dude.
Oh, by the way, you know there was interest on this, right? How much do you suppose you really owe me after half a year?
Oh man, what kind of racket are you running here anyway? I thought you were supposed to be a good kid.
Well, there's this one second year who's taught me a thing or two about making money. To be honest, it feels kind of lonely to think that everything between us is completely settled and done with. So, what do you say? You still owe me?
I swear, the things I do for love. All right, you'll get your stupid interest someday. Maybe.
Maybe. I agree. Maybe. Maybe's the best answer. Totally. Oh wait, is that it? Okay. Oh, dancing? That's how dancing works.
Alphen, I am drawn to the party before us like a moth to a flame, like a starving man to a banquet, like beauty to me. What say you we grace the dancers with the gift of our company?
It's as though you read my mind.
Well, no one compared to that. We lose. Oh, that's... Well,
Now, don't waste your time watching. It's time to dance.
No need to worry about formalities tonight. Let's all relax, enjoy ourselves, and maybe let a few secrets slip.
Okay. Oh, is he and Sharon gonna dance?
Allow me, Sharon, before every red-blooded boy in this school lines up for a chance.
It would be my honor.
Madam Chairman, might I have this dance?
I could see him and Irina hooking up. I could see it happening, but no.
Of course. Given that our former partners left the dance all too soon, we seem to make for an appropriate pair.
I suppose you're right.
Instructor, I cannot thank you enough for all you've done for my daughter.
Care to have a dance?
I can, however, ask you for the pleasure of this dance.
He doesn't look that older than maybe 35.
Really? Ooh, he's just my type, too.
Okay.
Oh, just talking to myself.
Just my type. Okay then, so we know who her type is. Super strong with a sword.
Well, I'll be dancing with all my little kittens by the end of the night. But I suppose I can let you take the first dance.
Well, I don't mind. But seeing you in that dress is enough to make any guy feel intimidated.
They waste no time, do they?
What are they for? There's 9 of us, and it's 2 people per. Someone's having to sit this one out.
It's no surprise that my grandfather made a beeline for Sharon, but I never expected to see Mother dancing.
In some ways, it seems as though they're younger than we are.
Looks like everyone's having fun, though. Shall we join them?
No.
You've given me more than enough of your time already today. Between showing me around and your incredible concert, you must be exhausted. And besides, I'm sure there's someone else you'd rather dance with here. Why not ask them instead?
Someone else. Oh, here's where we pick. So we get to pick. I mean, we all know who we gotta pick. I mean, it's obvious. That was an easy one.
I knew it.
Of course you know it.
So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Oh, yeet for me, Captain. I mean, maybe in like game 5. Well, I mean, there is a 4th game that just recently came out in like September of last year, but I won't be playing it for a long time. I mean, the 3rd game isn't even on computer yet. English. I mean, the second one was earlier this year, like March. So, yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ask her.
To be your wife. Just kidding.
I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm fine, really. Besides, if you spend all this time worrying about me, the music will be over by the time you ask.
Well, okay.
Here we go. Probably gonna get shot. So you just leave her there by herself.
He's such an idiot. Oh, Elise. Your Highness? The generally accepted strategy here would be to keep his eyes on you, not push him toward another girl's tender embrace. If you were to only gather the courage to ask him, I'm certain that he would be more than accommodating. It's fine. I'm fine, honestly.
Alpha always has to make fun of Elise. It's hilarious. I mean, that's what best friends do.
Elisa.
Oh boy. Of course, there's no one around.
Is your sister okay?
Yeah. Actually, she's the only reason I had the courage to come over here.
Don't say that out loud! Yep.
Would you dance with me?
What?
Surprise! Now slap me and run away. I'm kidding.
Me?
That was the idea. Is that a no?
All right.
That's one way to answer it.
Let's get a little closer to the bonfire then.
Okay.
I'll say a little closer. Sure. Assume there's gonna be a conversation while we're at the bonfire. Because I'm pretty sure Lisa is actually the person who's canon. I think all the other characters are like not canon to the whole story. I think. I would assume so. Boom. We did the big one, boys. Conversation time.
Everyone's still at it.
I wish I still had that much energy left. Still, it's not like there's a lot more festival to use it on. It's strange. It feels like the whole year's been building up to this festival, but...
Yeah. It felt like it was over in the blink of an eye. Both the festival and the year as a whole.
Exactly. It won't be long until the second years graduate and we'll be in their shoes. Time really does fly, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to believe so many months have passed since we all first met. But I do have to wonder whether any of us have gotten any closer to figuring out what we're going to do with our lives.
I wish I knew. I might have looked confident when I told Mother that I'd show her how to run the company by the time I'd graduated. But that was in the heat of the moment.
How could you know?
Oops. I think I honestly don't know how to do that. Something like that. RIP.
Still,
there's one thing I do know. No matter how difficult the odds, our class always finds a way through. Growing up should be no different.
Truth.
Still. You stole my line.
I think you need some new material. I'm getting used to your speeches by now. Well, that, and I believe it. I think everything is going to work out as long as our class is together. As long as you and I are together. Forget I said anything.
Elisa. Then let's stay together. We're still looking for our places in the world, but maybe they're right next to each other.
I hope so.
Me too.
What does that imply? So let's stay
After
together.
that, I went back to see Elise.
What does that mean, though? Let's stay together. Which part? The class?
But by
Who
then,
knows?
that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Rean? Elise?
Claire?
Good evening, Captain. You must be exhausted.
Oh, well, it's not as though I performed on stage in front of an auditorium full of people or anything. I really enjoyed your concert, by the way. That's the kind of thing that makes me proud to be an alumnus.
Wait, what? You're a student here?
That's right. I was part of the Academy's 216th graduating class. And since you'll be part of its 221st, I suppose that makes me 5 years your senior.
So that means she's about 23.
I had no idea. Why didn't you mention it until just now?
Given that we only ever met while you were on your field studies, it didn't seem pertinent. Besides, once people graduate, they tend to leave their ties to their school behind. Especially here at Thors.
Because it's a military academy?
Exactly. Roughly 40% of the graduates here go on to join the military. Not always the same branch or even the same army. About 30% join the Imperial Army, and 10% go to a provincial force. Students who are best friends one day might find themselves enemies the next.
Rean.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill your happy mood like this.
Yeah, you shot it and burned it.
But I'm sure you're well aware of what may lie ahead. That we're teetering on the brink of an era of upheaval.
Yeah, and that mecha is gonna be amazing.
I'm aware.
Does this have something to do with the issues in Crossbell I've been hearing about?
Yes, amongst other things. It seems as though everyone on the continent is ready to go to war with everyone else. But that's why it's so important that we're able to stand strong no matter what happens. Though, judging by how well Class VII has performed on their field studies, I'm sure you'll all be fine in that regard. Here's hoping that I get the chance to help you out again sometime. Even if I'll have to be careful not to draw the ire of that instructor of yours while I'm doing so.
I'm just glad to know that you have her back. Thank you for that.
You're quite well... Please, excuse me a moment. Yes, Revelt speaking. Mm-hmm. What?
What's going on?
The Chancellor's dead. Okay, I'm kidding.
And you're certain of this? Understood. I'll return at once. Yes, I will escort them back to Valflame Palace myself. I'm afraid I have to excuse myself.
Dramatic.
I'm really sorry, Elise. My brothers requested that we return to Heimdall right away. But as we're going back by car, I thought I'd offer you a ride home. But...
Elise, I think you should go back with them for now. I'll call you later to make sure you're okay.
Well, all right.
Why is the music getting so dramatic?
Sorry to drop this on you so quickly, Rean. I'm sure someone from the Academy will fill you in shortly.
Fill me in? On what?
If you'll excuse us.
Don't worry. We'll be sure to get Elise back to the Academy safely.
Something's going down.
Rean!
Because they're leaving too.
Does anyone have any idea what's going on?
I'm afraid not. I've never seen Father behave like that before.
My mother's the same way. She got a message of some kind and just changed.
Ditto my father. I think it was someone from Heimdall who got in touch with him.
One thing is certain. Something terrible has happened.
My dad turned pale and was gone before I could ask what happened. It sounded like he received a report from Instructor Neidhart, though.
Hold on. Neidhart's supposed to be... He was at Gorelia Fortress with the 4th Armored Division on some sort of mission, right?
Speaking of which, has anyone seen Toa or Instructor Sarah?
Here we go.
Students and visitors,
Everybody has died. The end. Just
I
kidding.
cannot thank you enough for your attendance today. I hereby proclaim the 127th Thors Military Academy Festival complete. But I am afraid I must announce this with a heavy heart, as we have just received word from the Imperial government that this evening, Gorelia Fortress, which rests on the eastern border of the Empire, has been destroyed.
Railway gun. Wait, it has the railway guns on it.
No. Destruction is an inadequate word. An unknown weapon has erased the fortress in its entirety from existence.
Yeah, that's bad.
I would ask that all of our guests, from that region or otherwise, please try to remain calm.
Wow. Okay then. And a week later. Political tension gripped the nation like never before. Photo of the gaping chasm left where Gorelia Fortress once stood made the Imperial Chronicles front page. The sight of the aftermath was enough to fill the citizens with a sense of inescapable dread. All the while, unconfirmed reports that several armored divisions had attempted to invade Crossbell had begun to spread. And in every one of those reports, the message was the same. They'd been repelled almost effortlessly. Everybody was starting to feel the effects of the IBC's asset freeze, too. Things didn't look good for the economy. As things stood, it was only a matter of time before we faced a spike in corporate bankruptcies and record unemployment. Faced with this crisis, the Imperial government and the officials in Heimdall began working to remedy the situation. Wait, Gorelia Fortress is what had the railway guns. The railway guns are gone. Rumors are also spreading that Erebonia's longtime enemy, the Calvary Republic, had thrown its weight behind Crossbell. With the fortress that once served to safeguard the Empire gone, many speculated that an invasion was only a matter of time. That's a problem. Oh, great.
I can't take this anymore. Where is she? Homeroom was supposed to start ages ago.
I'm not surprised she's late. The instructors are probably all busy trying to figure out what to do.
That seems more than likely. This morning's meeting has already blown past its normal ending time.
It's still hard for me to believe all of this is really happening. Having been there, the idea that Gorelia Fortress just vanished is difficult to comprehend.
We need the mech suit. Go kick some booty.
Not all of it, I heard. There are still some parts left and almost untouched. But Instructor Neidhart making it out of there alive was nothing short of a miracle, though.
Those huge railway guns were part of the section that's gone, too. If I hadn't seen the pictures, it would be kind of hard to believe.
What kind of weapon is even capable of doing something like that? I find myself doubtful that any human could create something so powerful.
We just don't know. All we do know is that it's impossible to make a weapon that powerful even with today's most advanced orbital technology.
And yet here we are, with just such a weapon in the hands of what's always been seen as a mere vassal state. The Imperial Army has their work cut out for them, I'll say that much.
I'm worried about what's going on in the capital, too. It sounds like there have been even more demonstrations going on there these past few days.
Down with Crossbell, they say. Point our guns towards the east.
Is there even any truth to those rumors that Calvert's planning an invasion?
I'm pretty sure it's all nonsense. But considering how there have been tensions between us and them for years, people are just more inclined to believe it. Rumors are just that. We need to be careful not to be misled by half-truths and speculation. If possible, we should find out exactly what's happening for ourselves.
Yeah. Over the year, we've seen how things are across the Empire with our own eyes. And now's as good a time as any to put that knowledge to use.
Well said. We've had quite the education in getting to the truth behind all the headlines.
That seems to have been a running theme of most of our field studies.
Still,
we seem to be missing 2 of our illustrious members.
Well, there's nothing strange about Crow's habitual truancy. Or did he already transfer back to his original class?
No. He said he was going to be with us through the end of the month. As for Milliam, though, I'm not sure.
You don't think it's something to do with the intelligence division, do you?
Well, she is an agent of theirs.
It's kind of easy to forget that, given how she usually is.
It does concern me that none of us have seen her.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Sarah.
Oh, instructor.
Time to kick some booty.
Are we starting homeroom?
Not today, I'm afraid. All classes have been canceled. You can either stay here in the building and study until school's out, or go back to the dorm.
So wait.
Has something happened?
Not yet, but it will. Chancellor Osborne's going to be addressing the nation from Dreikel's Plaza at noon. It's set to be broadcast across the entire empire.
A national address?
Sounds pretty serious.
And given the timing.
Indeed. It's not hard to imagine what's on his agenda.
Come on, guys. Straighten up. You're students of Thors Military Academy, and that makes you all cadets. Whatever careers you choose, military or civilian, you need to know how to act decisively in an emergency. So right now, I don't want you to look away from what's happening in the world. I want you to face it straight.
Will do.
You're right. Now's not the time to lose heart.
As for Osborne's speech, apparently we'll be setting up radios in each classroom so the students can listen to the national address. So if you want to follow along, be sure to be back here by noon.
I suppose I might as well listen to it here then.
Same here. I don't even have a radio.
I do, but for something like this, I'd rather not listen to it alone.
Well, then, we can all share in the joy of hearing the melodious voice of our esteemed Chancellor.
Maybe I should haul in some beer and snacks.
It's the only way I'll stay sane through the entire broadcast.
What should we do about Crow and Milliam, though? None of us have seen either of them all day. Do you know where they are?
Can't say I do. Crow's practically made a career out of playing hooky, but I did see Milliam earlier this morning.
Oh, so she's still on campus?
At least that means she wasn't called away by the intelligence division.
I'd been thinking along those lines, but when I asked her, she just shrugged and said, "No news from the top!" I doubt she's wandered off too far.
Yes, but lest you forget, she excels at giving us the runaround.
At least it doesn't sound like she's in trouble. We're probably worried over nothing.
Old school house, question mark?
We'll just have to tell them we're meeting here at noon if we run into them before then.
Yeah, will do.
I wonder if the Imperial Liberation Front is going to hack the broadcast. I have a sense.
I guess everyone's going to check in with their clubs. Looks like I have some free time. Might as well see if I can track down Crow and Milliam. At least it sounds like Milliam is probably somewhere on campus. Crow, though, he could be anywhere. Probably best to check with Toa and George first. Maybe they know something.
Maybe. Let's just check the map real quick. This map. Old skills, okay, engineering building. Okay, so we can't even go back to Trisha right now. Alrighty then. Well, that'll do it for this episode. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Describe above. Peace.